up their personnel, split up their supplies, and when you do that, you can't concentrate on one side. Now, what happened over here on the Western Front with France, right? What Germany was hoping to do was to cut through Belgium here, which I didn't label, but this is Belgium. They were hoping to cut through Belgium and swiftly take over France. Now, that did not happen as planned at all. And what happened here, another vocab one of your words was the trench warfare, right? A trench was basically like a ditch that was dug into the ground, and these trenches ran for miles and miles and miles. And that was your home during World War I for a lot of soldiers. It's where you slept, it's where you ate, it's where you fought from, and the goal of you staying in your trench was obviously for shelter, and then you also wanted to advance or move forward, okay? All along this border here, even still to this day, you can find trenches. And the grass has grown over them now, or they're in farm fields and things, but even still to this day, you can see lines and miles of trenches that were built back during World War I, right? This was what happened on the Western Front, okay? What happened here, though, is called a stalemate. A stalemate just meant that both sides were so strong and both sides were not moving at all. And basically, you just got that. You got inaction, right? Nobody was really advancing. Obviously, Germany wanted to go into France. France wanted to defend their borders and fight back. But really, for months and months and months, nothing happened. And still, continuing every single day, men were dying. All right. On the Eastern Front, though, right? On the Eastern Front against Russia, there was a bit more mobility, right? There was a bit more movement. The Germans were fighting the Russians. The Germans were able to advance as well. But again, I just wanted to have you guys see this here. And we had, again, the Western Front and the Eastern Front, okay? And you can see why this would have been so difficult for Germany. Also, notice down here, I had it labeled, we have Spain, right? We have Spain. This is Switzerland. I didn't label it, but there were a lot of countries in Europe who did not want to be a part of this war and did not fight. Spain, Switzerland, there were a bunch of other countries as well. They were what is called neutral. A neutral country was a country that was not on either side. They did not side with the Allied powers and they did not side with the Central Powers. So I just wanted to show you Spain down there. We had trenches built all along the borders. We talked about that already. And what we're going to be getting into next week are the weapons. All right. And I know for any of you guys out there who play video games, there have been various video games. I think Call of Duty came out with one maybe a year or two ago, specifically for World War I. Might have been World War II. Don't quote me. There have been countless movies made on World War I. And like I said, too, this was the Great War. This was putting together all brand new pieces of technology. So you had everything from gas masks. Let me put this down here for a second. You had everything from gas masks, right, for poisonous gas. You had tanks, you have planes, you have what is called a Zeppelin. A Zeppelin is basically like a blimp, only this is not like that Goodyear blimp. This is a blimp that is huge, and it's equipped with bombs and things like that as well. Guns, you had the introduction of machine guns, artillery. What was so crazy about this time too, it being 1914, was you're kind of coming out of the 1800s, and you're moving into this modern age. But what you still see is the presence of horses and carriage, right? What's called a cavalry. It's rows and rows of men on horseback, and they're fighting alongside tanks and machine guns and all this new weapons. And it's kind of crazy that you have these two worlds, the old world and this new world, mixed at the same time, all fighting for the same cause. Of course, swords, daggers, knives, bows and arrows, I said artillery, mortars, rifles, really everything that these countries could produce at the time to win this war was being produced. So again, we're going to get it more into weapons next week. If there are any questions, I think I went over everything at all that I needed to. If there are any questions at all, guys, just like always, please message me. If you're confused about something, if there's an issue with getting any type of work done, please message me. We are all navigating this together. I know I keep saying it, but it's still true. There's issues on my end, sometimes with uploading things. I know there might be issues with you for turning in things. Just please make me aware if there's any type of issue that you guys have with turning in assignments, or you're not seeing or hearing it correctly. Just let me know, okay? All right, again, if there's any questions, let me know, and I will see you guys later. All right, take care.